Hey guys, it's Vic Merck with Team Relinquish. I'm here with Hunter.
Hello.
Sarah, what did you do today?
I top 8'd the PPG case tournament.
Now, what deck were you playing today?
I'm playing a Fire Warrior deck.
Okay. What were your matchups today?
I played 2 Dinosaur players, a Zoo player, 2 Virtual World players, and then the Mirror.
Okay. So, do you want to do any shoutouts or do you want to do that later?
I'll do that at the end.
Okay, let's get on to the deck profile.
Okay, so for starters, you have to play the best card in your deck, which is Connector. And obviously the obligatory Aqua Dolphin. Connector is just the best starter, you have to play it. So either you don't play the deck at all or you just play a card. For the next the Warrior support, you have to play 2 Red Layer. He's the best level 5 starter. Junk Forward is not that good because you want him for the level 5 for the synchro play. So you always add him off his ult. Next, you have 2 Oliver. The reason why for 2 Oliver instead of 3 is because I don't like seeing him in multiples in my hand. There's actually a reason for a lot of those, so that's why I play 2 of this one and 2 of this one. Even though people consider him the best one, he's pretty restrictive on what he can do, so you just need to be careful of when to actually summon him. For a little more niche warrior tech choices, I played 1 Armageddonite. There's a reason for this because there's sometimes where you can only combo. If you draw Colt Wing or Colt Wing, you have to summon this card to summon Planks better, and that's the reason behind it. 1 Gear Freed, I don't like multiples of Gear Freed. I never summoned it, never needed it, not required. 1 Ogier, same reasoning as this. If you can do it, it's nice. If not, whatever. He's just a normal summon starter. For the quote-unquote bricks, you have the 1 Colt Wing. Never drew it. Oh well. 1 Genba. It's fine if you draw it because it's a warrior tuner. Cool. Fine if you draw this one, it's a machine tuner. Oh well. 1 Plague Spreader for the brick for the Armageddon I play, but it's also good if you discard it off Aqua Dolphin or just in general, because it's always an extender in grave, so that's nice. For the hand traps that I play, I actually played a few. I played the 2 Ash, 3 Gamma, it's hyper carries, 1 Driver, but obviously. For the spells, 3 Droplet. I believe this card is one of the best cards. A lot of people disagree with me because the Fire Warrior doesn't really have a lot of grave effects. But my theory behind it is that a lot of people don't understand that this deck is 1 to 2 card combos, so the other cards in your hand don't matter. So if you're just negating a board and they can't really respond to it and you're just able to play for free, it's just really good. Obligatory 3 Durundle, card's crazy. 2 Heraldry of the Chalice. I only played 2 because I hate seeing multiples in my hand, and I think this is the worst one.
Alright.
3 DDR. Obviously, you have to play 3, otherwise you don't play it at all. Only 2. 1 and 1. These are just better than these, so you'd rather see these than these. The 1-ofs. I only own 1 at the time of this tournament. It's whatever. If I drew it, I drew it. If not, I not. I always try to play through the board. And then the 3 impermanents. So for the extra deck, there's actually a certain card I actually wanted to make today, and the entire reason for it is because I actually wanted to make Draco Sack. So my entire deck revolves around making Draco Sack and how it's the reason why I wanted to make this card because it guarantees rips 5 cards out of your opponent's hand if you just have any 2 warriors. So for the warrior support, you have the 2 Isolde obviously because you have to play it. 1 Link Cross, 1 Fiber, 1 of this. So for the Draco Sack way, you actually have to cut the flex spot that you have at the end, so you can't play a Fiber or the Access Code because you have to play this and 2 Power Tool. So obviously just because I just said I play 2 Power Tool. Metal Marcher, Tatsunoko. I played Double Herald. This is also a flex spot, but I like it because a lot of scenarios you can actually make Double Herald, even though they always pick up their cards beforehand. But it's just a guarantee that you win the game, you make Double Herald. You take 5 cards and just make Double Herald, it's free. For the pop on their turn in the adding phase, it's nice. This. All players pretty self-explanatory. For the side deck, it's all going second cards obviously because you're taking 5 cards out of your opponent's hand, so you should be winning anyway. 3 Nibiru. I don't like Nibiru in the main deck. Too many bad decks this format that people want to play. It doesn't do anything in the virtual world really because they just make another VFD and you just upset. Doesn't do anything at Zoo really. That's basically it. I love Alpha. This card's crazy. Wins every game if you summon him. If you're summoning this card, you're winning the game. Guaranteed, every time. 3 Dark Ruler. It's Dark Ruler, you gotta play it. If you're playing it's a super combo heavy deck like Dragon Link, you just activate Dark Ruler, have Gear Freight, Alpha, whatever you have, win the game. Back row hate, I hate back row. Back row is terrifying to me. Another cool thing that I do is I side this in against Virtual World, because if you open Impermanence or Droplet, what they'll try to do is activate the trap card, popping it, so you just chain this, popping the trap card, so you just negate the entire board for free. And that's like the main thing. The final thing is triple evenly, just because I also just hate back row. But it's also pretty good against certain matchups like Zoo, because they play a lot of back row. A lot of combo decks also, if you beat the negate early, or you hand trap them and they have to use Herald early. Just beating that Savage negate is what you really need just to keep playing. So it's really helpful sometimes. And that's the main profile.
Now for shoutouts.
I want to give a shout out to everyone at PPF. I really appreciate everything. I'm happy at PPG. I could play at PPG today. I usually don't come out to events. Shout out to Team Relinquish. Thank you for everything. Thank you for letting me do on the channel. And that's pretty much it.
All right, sir. Thank you, sir. Hope you have a nice night, everybody. Signing off.